One day he misses some pussy. You know.
All right. So at the beginning of the video, that's how we starting it.
I'm done. Yeah. Okay, we're live. Surprise, motherfuckers, we're live. Yeah.
Okay, we got our first one in. We got it in, got it in, got it in. Woo! It's so good to be here on Women of the Stars, hanging out on a Sunday night. Motherfuckers didn't know we was coming, but we here, we live, we here. What? So we're gonna talk about some things today. We got Astro Dab, we got Marvel Bliss, and we got Reverend Rising coming up in here with the power, with the heat, with the madness. We're gonna discuss what? Mercury Retrograde. We're going to talk about who the fuck is tripping and why. We're going to talk about this conference. We're going to talk about Ascension Mechanics. And whatever the hell else we think just pops up, we're just going to do it. We're going to do it. Just how it go. So, Dab, we're going to leave you the floor and let you get it started.
So, Mercury Retrograde is finally over, y'all. It's finally over. I know people have been having tough time with retrograde. Let me tell you what retrograde really is, though. It's basically Mercury, the planet, the communication planet, making an illusion like it's going backwards, but it's actually giving off weird energy. And for the last, I guess, month and a half, 2 months, people have been having communication breakdowns. Travel has been kind of crazy. People's logic has been backwards. That's all said and done now. So now we have time to understand and have this communication with people. No breakdowns whatsoever. No archons are gonna mess with us. You know, this is a beautiful time right now to actually get it. And
well, let me ask you a question. Does that mean when people are tripping now, that's just them? It ain't no. They can't blame it on. They can't blame nobody else. They can't blame it on Mercury Retrograde.
Nah, they can't blame that on the retrograde. They just crazy.
So it's time to start thumping people now. That's what you're trying to tell me. We just start thumping people in the head like, nah, bitch, that was you.
Right.
Don't blame the archons. That was you. Okay. All right. Because I just wanted to clarify that, and I'm gonna let you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because if people want to act crazy now, this is because they're just crazy anyway. But communication breakdowns, new relationships. This is the time now. If you wanted to go talk to that man or woman that you know you had that disconnect from, you can make that work now. Before, they probably couldn't understand you. It's like speaking another language. Now Mercury retrograde is done. We have one more retrograde in Mercury to go, and I think we have a retrograde coming in Neptune, which is going to be interesting in December because Neptune is the illusion planet. So imagine people disillusioned if Neptune goes in its own retrograde. I mean, that's going to be an intense end of the year. So we're going to see how that works. But with Mercury retrograde ending, expect a lot of new relationships starting. Expect your technology to not break down, the archons to be like getting madder, and they can't even actually disrupt this whole live. Expect Jermaine to not cuss as much at the archons because the archons are finally going to be pissed off because they can't do anything with this communication breakdown no more. Mercury retrograde is finally over, y'all. You just need to clap for that. So
I'm gonna tell you the one thing that stood out to me was you better keep your eye on your man and get your communication straight because the bitch might be talking a little bit better than you, so you better watch out. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Slick talkers, you'll get more slicker. Yeah, so if you're a slick talker, you're actually going to slick talk even more now, and people can get away with it because now retrograde is over. It's over now. I'm actually happy about that because it's a big deal. It's a really big deal. I was reading up on this, and the planet, this planet's reputation is for screwing things up, and people are not used to that fast-paced lifestyle. Will really get messed up on that with that retrograde. But now that it's over, now you can connect with the person you couldn't connect with, or you can see the illusions of communication from people's. We're not going to say his name on here, but with certain individuals giving out information. Hopefully, people can see past the BS. Hopefully, y'all can see. You know what I mean? With this retrograde open your third eye. The third eyes are going to be open now. It's just going to be a beautiful thing right now. Travel is going to be easy to go to. So your flight got canceled last week, or if it got canceled the week before, now all of a sudden your flight's going to make sense and connect. You're going to be able to move around and do certain things easier. So the person you're talking to on the phone, the customer service agent that you couldn't understand last week or last month, now all of a sudden he's going to call you back and be like, look, I got something for you. I'm hooking you up. I can take care of you in the customer service way, the way it's supposed to be. Thank goodness Mercury retrograde is over. So I'm happy about that. I think everybody else here is happy about that too.
Yes. Very much happy. Yep.
That's so funny because a day ago, I got a jacked up package. I ordered 2 sets of 10 doggy treats. So I should have got 20 cat treats, that is, sorry. And I got 2 treats. I was like, what the hell? 2 out of 20? And I contacted customer service, and yesterday they couldn't do anything for me. But today I got a total full refund, and they said keep the treats. So I can be a witness. I can be a witness. It's happening.
I mean, people were fighting yesterday and loving on each other today. That's how Mercury retrograde is, man.
Well, just some like people we was fighting with yesterday, we still gonna be fighting with them today because that's what we're gonna talk about, because we're still gonna be fighting today.
Right.
So some of y'all is not gonna skate, you're not gonna skate easy, and we're gonna talk about it. So I just want to make sure I'm putting out disclaimers because it's gonna get hot, so it's gonna be a little bit sweaty. Not fucking playing. All right, so I'm not even playing because we about to. It's gonna be the full Monty tonight. If you got one of these, I hope you got one of these because we got nothing but a bunch of. You know what I'm saying? You can have both of them. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, Dad, did you have more to add? Because it was more than Mercury retrograde. I guess there were some upcoming events. Are we gonna wait for that, or this is you done with your? Is Dab frozen? Dab looking like
Archon knocked him out. If I knocked his wife out, who knows?
Dab, no.
Dab's out of communication. His ship is out of communication.
That's like Friday. You got knocked the fuck out. Yeah, we're tripping.
There he is. There he is.
Okay, I don't know what's going on, man. Archons must not like me today.
Got communication reassignments. His ship is back in the battle.
Reassignments. I like that. Reassignment.
Yeah, they were like, nah, we don't want you communicating. As soon as I said that, like, oh, we're gonna show you. This is how they work, y'all. This is how they work. Okay, they work just like that. They go through your technology. Now, just because retrograde is over, y'all, does not mean that retrograde, that the Archons still can't mess with your device. They still in there. They still in there, okay? Just
throw them bows. Throw them bows. Do it.
Throw them at them.
Throw some bows, bro.
So that's what they do out here.
Did you have more? Anything else?
Oh, on the retrograde?
Mm-hmm. Or any part of it?
So, you know, current news, well, as far as the retrograde's connection can point to, I just want to say that this is a very crucial time because look what's happening. And if you follow the current events on what's happening, Red October, this is perfect for the retrograde right now. Like, this means everybody's going to get it. It's just going to be like they're going to wake up and just connect and get it. And they're going to have that eureka moment now because now the blindness is off. Y'all can see now. Y'all can hear the person's voice. You can see all the connections being made, all from communication. So this is a beautiful time. As far as the scheduling of events, I'm not going to say, let's say 17 events. This is like the Holy Grail, the opening of the book. So everything's going to start connecting now that we're in this Red October. So it's going to be very interesting. I actually was going to go. That's why I'm wearing this red hoodie now, because it's Red October. You know?
Oh, okay.
That showed up on my timeline today on Facebook, and I was like, "Ooh, what's going on? I feel it in the air."
It's bubbling. It's bubbling. It's bubbling.
It's a good time for bitches with red hair. So y'all need to stand up.
Damn, that's good.
Men love red hair. I ain't gonna lie. I have old men following me in the parking lot. I don't know what's going on. They like red hair. So let's see. Before I rant, Marvel. Let's stretch it out like Catwoman. Marvel. What did you want to get into? Was it something hot and spicy, or was it something mild? Is it?
Well, you know, I got a lot going on right now. I don't really have anything really to discuss today, except for the topics that we talked about earlier that we're going to go over. As far as
it's a group effort.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a thing.
Yeah. I've been seeing things too. Just people being disrespectful to others out here. It's just getting nasty.
I'm trying to figure out what's 5D about it. Tell me, Stephanie, what do you think? What do you think is 5D about going on to someone's chat, knowing damn well you don't like them, just to find shit to argue about, and just
on the rug and walk out? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I don't see anything 5D about that. I really don't. They're basically going out of their way to just spread their negativity everywhere, and it's just rampant right now, and people are acting crazy.
Are they? But they're not acting. That's the whole thing. They're not acting.
Well, yeah.
They're not acting. This is who you are. And so in my last few weeks, just watching people go to chats and do videos, and it's not that kind of gossip, because if the shoe fit, you're gonna wear it. You know what I'm saying? Let it sting your freaking ears. But I will not give anyone the airtime for the gossip. What I am gonna say is this: when you are around people and they are constantly saying, "Why is this happening to me? Poor innocent me," but they can never tell you. They can only project what other people are doing, but they can never see their part in an interaction. You need to back up and stop babying them. Let's talk about, taking responsibility for your own actions and accountability. Because in every interaction, a negative interaction, I have to take a step back and think, what did I say or do? Then, why did this person respond to me? I can't just be all in my feelings, because that's not what this whole spirituality thing is about. That's your feelings. You're supposed to go work on that, right? Your inner child, because your mama didn't like you when she didn't hug you enough. You can actually go back and fix that. What's surprising me right now is the fact that here we are supposed to be like all these, ascending and healing, but you want to walk in the room and throw yourself on the ground and have a temper tantrum and want everyone to give you all this attention. Or like I like to say, you want to come in someone's house, shit on their carpet and say, what did I do wrong? Why is everybody so upset? And that's just bull crap. That's bullshit. You wanted to say something, Daryl?
I was going to say, it's better to say, don't come into somebody's house and say, fuck their couch.
Yeah. Oh, let me do it. You can't put up your Rick James platforms and muddy and busted and go fuck up somebody's couch. That's rude. It's rude. It's not going to be tolerated. But then if a group of people come together and say, you know what, we're not going to allow you to we're not going to allow you to put your shitty shoes on someone else's couch and say, you know, we're going to ask you to remove yourself from the situation. Now you're a hive mind.
Mhm.
Now you're an archon. Now you know what blows me away? This is just like our, what do you call our medical holocaust with the magic word? Once people learned that little magic word, they were like, let me use it in a sentence. And so they just started using that word so much that every time you had a sniffle, you had to use this magic word, right? So this is how I feel about that word. Like when people are accusing people of being archons and AI and they're compromised, you just picked up a new fucking word and you're just trying to wear it out.
Mhm.
All of that just so you don't have to have accountability for your own funky, nasty attitude. And that is not going to be tolerated. That's called gaslighting. And I noticed there's a lot of gaslighting going on because once you point someone's dirty stuff out, they say, oh, you're a shill. You're ganging up on me. And I'm like, anybody who uses the word shill, you already creep me out because that's that like,
I don't
okay,
get
that's
it.
not, I don't even know what you call it. That's like woke culture or some type of, hippie liberal language. I can't stand that word. And most likely, if you're accusing people of being a shill, you have a dry dick. You're not getting any. If you're mad at women,
Go ahead, Art.
you're using those words because you're angry at women. Why are people
Right.
dropping this word
Definitely.
shill out? So I got a word for you. It's called an incel because there's a thing called an incel and there's a volcel. Now, a volcel is somebody who's voluntarily celibate. And incel is a person who's involuntarily celibate. And there's a lot of involuntarily celibate people out here. And they're mad as hell and they're taking it out on everybody by calling them names. But as soon as you tell someone that they have a problem, now they just want to throw themselves on the floor and become the victim. Well, we're just not tolerating it. That's what I got to say about that.
We ain't taking up
I'm
for
not
that.
still, I'm just real, okay? Just real. And I'm tired of the nonsense. I'm not gonna let someone project your insecurities on me. But then also too, I've been accused of being the person that, oh, you're only doing this for you. But I'll tell you something, I will allow you. Jermaine knows. Somebody called me the B word the other day. I was like, bro, you gotta come harder than that. That don't bother me. I've had somebody come on my live and call me a nigger. But guess what I said? I'm from South Carolina, bro. You're gonna have to come a little bit harder than that. That does not hurt me, okay? I actually feel very sorry for you. And it's sad part is a lot of the people going around with these little funky actions, most of us are so kind-hearted that we tolerate it, we ignore it, we try to, oh, they're gonna heal. But guess what? They're not gonna heal. Right. Deal with it. They're not gonna heal. Because even me, the same person who called me all these names, I'm like, dang, I really would like to do a healing session with you. But you know what? I already know what's going to happen. They're going to ease right on in and come back and poop on my carpet like an untrained dog once again. So guess what? Stop lending yourself out to be dogged out by these people. Just kick them on out. That's a bad dog, bad dog, bad dog. And kick them on out. They don't deserve to be in the house anymore. Just put them out of the house. They're outside dogs. You can't have outside dogs in your house. They fuck everything. Right. They'll mess up your furniture. They'll pee everywhere. They're never gonna learn. Put the outside dogs out, okay? And maybe next time, they'll find a new group of friends and they'll find healing, but they don't have to do it with you because that's already, just let that go because you don't have to keep suffering by having these people in your space, okay?
You can't teach an old dog new tricks.
That's right. They got to find them another old bitch and let them try. When they get with that new bitch, let them get that training from that new bitch. You don't have to play with them anymore, okay? You got permission to move on with your life and be happy. And the first lady told you, you can say, the first lady told me, I don't have to put up with this shit no more. You can even blame it on me, okay? You don't have to do it anymore because we're not going to do it anymore. We're not. Now, the next thing is the word followers. And I just want to say we in the consciousness war are not what you call hive mind. Case in point, me and Jermaine went toe to toe yesterday. I'm like, I don't agree with you. And he's like, I don't care. And we go, and it's like, okay, let's take a break. But guess what? Because we're family, we agree to disagree and we give each other a break and then we come back. We don't all always agree, but for the greater good, guess what? We don't have to be mindless robots or followers. What we are is a group of super friends. That's what we are, super friends. So in our group of super friends, we have Alex Collier, we have Elena Denon, we have Danny Henderson, Tony Rodriguez, and many, many more who have agreed to be super friends. We don't all follow each other. Even with Galactic chicks, you're going to find us everywhere because we're going to go everywhere and we do roll deep. Galactic chicks and consciousness war, we hang out and we go places and we hang out in your chats and we send you love as long as you send in love. But the minute that you start acting stupid and thinking that you're Mr. High and Mighty and better than everybody else, then we're going to pull the plug and be like, I don't support that message. So guess what?
Oh.
We will not approve that message. We're not going to talk. We're not going to approve a random message. And we still learn how to be in the chat, discuss items, and guess what? Agree to disagree, or I don't have to call anybody stupid. I don't have to call anybody a shill. I don't call anybody a dummy. I don't like those words. I don't like people calling people names. And in my presence, I don't allow it. You always have to think about a person who hangs out with you and talks one way. And then when they go around someone else, they talk another way. Because I'm not going to be double-faced. I have to have this one face. This is the one that God gave me. I like it. So I keep this one face on 24/7. Okay. So then when we say this double-minded, if I'm hanging out and I know me, you hang out with Marvell and you call Marvell a stupid bitch or a nasty word, I gotta now start looking at you funny because you chose to share that with me. Like I was gonna take it and run with it and I was gonna be nasty too. So I have to unplug and disconnect. Because when someone comes to you with that type of attitude, right? And they're bringing it to you, we're gonna talk about Angela, or we're gonna talk about Disco Tina, and we're gonna say this about Tina over here, but when we're in Tina's face, we act different. You can guarantee that that person does the same thing to you behind your back. So, you can make all the pages you want saying, oh, the consciousness war, it's a bunch of crazy incels, or whatever the fuck you want to call us. I don't know. What about the followers? But I know this, I did not choose to follow anyone. And I respect people right where they're at. I'm not a groupie. I don't know, Jermaine, are you a groupie? Because I don't see you holding your for everybody. I don't care if it was, Chris Rock, it could be
not the Federation, not the Guardians, not just whatever.
My God, he even lets the Federation have it. So, it could be Trump right here. And we're not going to act like starstruck people because that's just not what we should do. And I always just say, if you're going to watch whatever channels you want to watch them. Take them with a grain of salt. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Do not find yourself in the shoes of a follower. Go inside, dig deep, and find the message for you. Because we're all different star families. Some of us the same, some of us different. So our agendas and our goals and our messages are going to be different, but I don't have to hate you for being a Pleiadian. I don't have to hate you for being whatever it is that you are different. So I'm going to shut up, say what I had to say. I'm going to get my second plate of Alfredo because that thing was good. The archives did not fuck up my food. It was real good. So I'm going to get me another plate and I'm going to let Revan and Marvell go on to Ascension Mechanics.
Give me a plate too while you're at it, please.
I want some garlic bread. You gotta have some garlic bread with that.
Y'all best go on to the store. You know what they said on that commercial. My brother.
What the fuck?
My brother. You gotta set that show on.
The Marcons is messing with Mike.
Oh, we got a
Stay
double
right
attack
there.
tonight,
This
motherfucker.
thing is quick, and I am good at the range, so don't play. I do, I go to the range.
Yeah, your block game is 100 right now, Erica. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Okay. Now Elena put out a video today talking about well, she talked about a lot of stuff, but toward the end, she talked about the solar, what the solar flash is, and that it was disinfo of the dark forces because it's about fear. Because the density we're moving in, fear is supposed to take a back seat, and courage supposed to be the dominant force. So she was talking about how the sun is going to release these pulse waves. Well, these pulse waves seem to be what I already been talking about in the conscious war for months and months and fucking months in the goddamn conference. Every fucking thing I went to, the SSP conference with Tyler and Earl, is a stellar stellar activation cycle.
Mm-hmm.
So what this is this the galaxy sends out energy waves. I mean the universe sends out energy waves throughout the whole universe, through all the galaxies, and eventually it gets to the star systems in this galaxy. And this is in line with your DNA activation, because you got to be to have the antenna to pull in that energy properly for you don't fry your ass. Because it's like plugging your appliances when you go in Europe to 240 and you will fry all your appliances. It's 120 here. So you trying to tap into a higher density, is like tap into a higher voltage selection. So that's what you got to have the DNA strands to compensate these pulse waves coming in from the sun. These are the ascension cycle waves that have a cycle that they come in and they evolve activation of the 12-strand DNA for we can shift to 5D in harmonic universe 2. Stephanie?
Well, when we went over this in the consciousness war, what was it? The other day, I can't even remember what day it was. Sorry, time escapes me. But we were talking about the waves.
29th.
Plasmic energy. Yeah, 29th. So if you look at that video from the 29th, we were talking about plasma. What is plasma? We went over Dan Winter's video along with Elena as the guest there, talking about how exactly this works. And this all can be applied to what's happening right now, because I think those bands of light are a part of the photon belt that we're going through right now. And like Elena said, it's not going to be one like lickety split kind of boom, we're there. It's going to be a gradual buildup of it. And I think it's just, as we go into the cycle, we're going to go through more and more and more. So it's like easing into the ascension versus just like, bam, we're right there. Because I think that would be too harsh, not only on our bodies, but on Earth's body as well. Well, she could probably handle it more than we could, but I think it's a gradual, slow process versus like an instantaneous just being there. But again, that all goes back to our DNA, and it's going to be activated regardless. So did you want to go over the key?
I better wait till Earl get back if I can share the stream.
Okay.
But Elena talked about that abrupt shift into a higher density will be damaging, because you have to well, first of all, you have to have the DNA or you can fry your ass. You're gonna be fried. So you ain't making it. It's like, you understand? It doesn't matter what the fuck your imagination tell you. You ain't making it because you need your fucking strands. It's the antennas that Dan Winter talk about, the antennas. Well, he's only talking about 2 strands, but it's multiple strands, which he's going to figure out in the future. If he ain't learned it, then maybe I can help him understand, because I'm ahead of the fucking class in this. I mean, I don't do that little ego stuff and but me and Stephanie been, the book, that Lena book is confirming the shit we've been studying all this fucking time, period. And we gonna prove it one of these days when y'all get enough time to read the fucking book. And surprise, the book, I already got the book, it is on the way. Okay, because we're gonna have it at the conference, but we're gonna decode. Okay, fuck it. And you know, so go ahead. Okay, Erica back. Let me share a screen, Erica.
Well, you can go ahead and get ready to share the screen. Another thing that we were going to say about followers, the thing about being in this whole conglomeration that we got going on here, this giant spaceship that we're traveling in, is and motivation for each person to be good and share their talents. So whatever their gifts and talents are, I know you all have stories in the group, so we all share each other's stories, encourage each other to grow, like whether it's writing books, whether it's music, whether it's starting your own podcasts and things like this. We want to continue to not try to stand on top of people, but actually to stand beside them and help them grow and help them connect to the things that they desire to do. Why? Because it's a part of their mission. We're here to help each other complete each other's mission to become the healers and the teachers and the artists and share these qualities with, you know, the world, right? Is that not what we're here for? Is to help the world? So me arguing in a group chat about a misspelled word or something crazy, whatever it is that I want to get hung up on, whatever details I want to get hung up on, I'm just wondering, like, instead of fighting a light worker who's probably a healer or possibly even some 70-year-old lady who reads tarot cards because that makes you feel good, why don't you go knock down the CNN building or go find you some Peter files to go attack instead of 70-year-old women is reading tarot cards? How does that make you special? But anyway, I'm going to be quiet again, and I'm going to let Jermaine talk.
Okay. So I'm doing the Ascension psychodynamics. Now, I already deep dived this already in Conscious Wars. So this is just a snippet, a summary, or, you know, that's to get you understanding what the Elena was talking about. Because I don't even think Elena know this. Because like I say, they're not, the Guardians are just giving her basic information. Me and Stephanie been ahead of the fucking class on a lot of this stuff. I mean, I started studying physics at 15, and I've been a physicist since I was 15. Fuck it, I'm gonna call it. I don't need no PhD. Fuck a PhD. I know the fuck I'm talking about. Okay, Ascension dynamic. So I'm just gonna try to read this as fast as I can. And let me see what else I want to talk about. I'm just scanning this because I can speed read and get to what I'm gonna go to. Because there's some stuff in here y'all just need to fucking know about, especially the Lightwork community, Starseed Indigos. All you motherfuckers need to know about this. You know. So I said this at the SSP Karma. The reason your Mercury ain't working because you got the wrong shit. You've been fucking deceived by the Nebu, by the Archons, by all these other motherfuckers. You've been deceived because you wanted to take no fucking plane ticket, $500 fucking dollars. Fucking ridiculous. You better turn on your Mercury bill. You better teleport there. This is a fucking charade that we under.
You're right.
These are fucking planes and shit.
I'm all right.
So,
You made me laugh.
Let me get started.
Oh
Okay.
gosh.
Now, Ascension Mechanics, and not the Ascension Mechanics, who people claiming they've been teaching Ascension Mechanics, charging $500 fucking dollars. No, I've been teaching Ascension Mechanics, and Stephanie been teaching Ascension Mechanics in the CW. You know, since that's the popular name for the Conscious Wars of Starship, but then it's called the CW, like CW, and I watch the Flash, and I like watching the Flash. Flash is the shit. I want that ability just in case everybody fuck up. I can go flip the timeline myself, say, hey, you don't even never know what the fuck happened. You know, you just wake up the next day. What? Why you got a sweat on you, Jermaine? Well, shit, I had to save the fucking universe because I had to change back time because y'all fucked up. So, okay. Earth is approaching a time continuum. Now, this was in 2002. So all this shit is basically almost done anyway. And Elena seemed to be confirming that, hey, we already in fifth density, so this don't even fucking matter. So I'm wasting my time here. Because I don't even know what the fuck that means. What do you mean we in fifth density? That's what I said. Go look at her video and then she explained what the fuck that means. Because I don't understand what the fuck that means. Okay. I got to go look back and think and be like Pinky in the brain, like, let me ponder on this. What the fuck is she talking about? But Earth is approaching a time continuum shift And this right here is a cycle where it says May 5th, 2000 to 2017. That's an ascension cycle. So if this, because this book was 2002, so if we've been placed back on this original timeline, then we about to shift probably next year. The Guardians ain't telling us that. They just keep secrets. They kept secrets, you know. Got to understand, they keep secrets in high density. They're a universal secret, so understand that. The continuous shift represent the literal planetary time acceleration. Time acceleration constitutes an increase in particle pulsation rhythm for the three-dimensional particle base of Earth. The human body exists as an intrinsic part of the particle content of the Earth. As the Earth particle base accelerates in pulsation rhythm, which Dan Winter talks about the particle rotation rate, which causes you know, time, basically. So different particle rotation rates, which will be phase velocities, will determine the time flow or the density that you're in. But of course, it's a little more complicated than that. The particles that compose of the human auric field will also increase in pulsation rhythm. If the physical body and the bio-neurological structure of the body are not prepared to synthesize the faster pulsating particles of the auric field, this time acceleration manifests as acceleration of cellular deterioration process, which is happening to people who are not processing the energy coming into the solar system that is shifting us to a higher particle pulsation rate of all our atoms and all in the material. For the body to retain its vitality, validity, vitality, I think it's vitality. Through the Earth's time acceleration, the particle pulsation rhythm of the body's three-dimensional particle base must also increase. The morphogenic seed crystal seals within the bioenergetic systems of the human body keep the body particle base locked into pulsation rhythm of dimensions 1 through 2, 3, which is mean densities 1 through 3. Ascension Mechanics was calling it, you know, dimensions because of the science of the day. They didn't understand what density was, so they called it coordinate space, you know, dimension. In order to accelerate the pulsation rhythm of the body's particle, the seed crystal seals must be released. I know people like, what the fuck is they talking about? Well, I told you, the Lightwork community been totally ignorant of a lot of stuff. You've been deceived by the Navy. You've been running in fucking circles. The seed crystal seals must be released to unlock the body particles from pulsation rhythms of densities 1 through 3. Seed crystal seals are opened by activation of body morphogenic star crystal seals. Another thing you don't know the fuck about, but I already went over this in the conscious world, so I'm not going all over this. I just want to get you a little summary of what the fuck is going on. Star crystal seals are activated by awakening the dormant morphogenic chakra centers and drawing new frequency patterns through the chakra system into the star crystal seals. Activation and release of the crystal seals create activation of the dormant silicate matrix DNA fire codes, which in turn manufacture blood crystal structures that raise the body's metabolic rate and prepare the body for cellular acceleration. Stellar activation, which are the stellar activation cycles, which Elena was describing, and wave infusions are the process by which the star crystal seals are activated, and the stellar spiral alignments, which are the pulse waves, you know, electromagnetic spiral plasma waves, which will become torsion waves. These are the pulse waves that Elena was talking about, are the catalysts through which the stellar activation can occur. Humans who complete a minimum of 1.5 stellar activations will be able to raise the particle pulse rate of the body sufficiently to avoid adverse effects of Earth's time acceleration. Because Thohan was talking about humans going to experience time moving fast. But we are doing that. Everything is fucking being predicted and all this weird ass ET shit. For the people who come in here watching this and you just woke up, you know, I don't know if you woke up, somebody threw some cold water on your ass and woke you up, or you just woke up slowly. But that's what you got to understand, especially you in the UFO community who are just confused about a lot of things. Information provides the introduction to science of cellular transportation through particle acceleration. So this is how it works through the whole universe. So I'm gonna read this section. And I think this is, I don't think I need to read all this shit because this is too much shit to read. Let me see, I want to read all this shit down here. No, I just want to read that section, okay. Okay, stellar activations, transmutative activations, planetary and personal. All matter forms of consciousness, including planetary bodies and human bodies, are manifested through a morphogenic form-holding imprint, which exists as a quantity of crystalline electrotonal, which are, you know, torsion waves, spiral waves, longitudinal waves that Dan Winter talks about. Energetic substance that is composed of the specific patterns of frequency. This morphogenic imprint sets the pattern of form within the 15-dimensional unified field of energy substance. The morphogenic imprint holds the instructions and design for form building and a type of digital or electronic encoding known as key-long codes. Forms come into manifestation and evolve as pattern of frequency are drawn into the form morphogenic field from the dimensional frequency bands of the unified field of energetic substance within which each morphogenic field is placed. The disjoint in of frequency progressively expands the morphogenic field and creates the evolution of form progressively upward through the 15 density universe or holographic universe. Within the 15 density unified field, the morphogenic field creates structures of multi-dimensional electromagnetic energy around through which matter from form will manifest. These multi-dimensional EM fields are collectively referred to as bioenergetic system or the auric field of a manifest form. All manifest form possess a bioenergetic system / auric field. The auric field has 7 primary inner layers through which physical manifestation takes place, which correspond to dimensional frequency bands 1 through 7. The auric field also has 7 outer layers which represent form holding morphogenic imprints for the 7 inner layers of the auric field. The 7 outer layers correspond to dimensional frequency bands 9 through 15, which is 9th density through 15th density. The 14 layers of the auric field are connected to each other through central point within the 8th dimensional metagalactic core. This central point represents the point which a form original morphogenic imprint was entered into the 15th dimensional system or 15 density system of the holographic universe that we in. All forms and beings are thus indelibly connected to each other in the universe through interwoven morphogenic fields that are united through the D8 or density 8 center point. Energy moves from 7 outer morphogenic layers of the auric field through the 7 inner layers into the manifestation within densities 1 through 7 through the structured dimensional Merkaba field sets of counter-rotating electromagnetic energy spiral or torsion waves or longitudinal waves, as Dan went through to talk about. Each form has 15-dimensional Merkaba fields, which hold its morphogenic imprint intact within the 15-dimensional unified field. Through the rotation of the 15 Merkaba field, an energy structure in the form of an egg or a capsule is formed within the dimensional unified field, each of the 15 dimensions. Through these dimensional energetic capsules, the chakra system or dimensional energy supply system is formed through the chakra system. A form particle base builds up into structure multidimensional matter. So what this is saying, what Elena is talking about, we in fifth density. Every because I'm talking about some other stuff that I already covered. I don't need to go into this. I already did this in Conscious Ward. So get your ass in the Conscious Ward, then you'll be able to see it. It's in there. Or go join. I mean, you don't have to join. Just go get the download the fucking copy. I've been sharing it every fucking way. So every form of matter, photon, electron, proton, everything has a Merkaba field around it. The Merkaba field, the scaffolding of the Merkaba field is the crystal code in this universe. That's the 12 tree of life. That's the crystal code. That holds the frequency keys that Elena was told. You know, that's why I say this book is confirming every fucking thing me and Stephanie, when we was in the dark, going down a fucking cave, getting attacked by monsters and shit we didn't think exists, you know, they're trying to scare the hell out of us. And we kept going down that fucking hole and we found something that is real. And it's being confirmed again independently. So the stellar activation cycles coming in is not a solar flash, because a solar flash, you know, if you get abrupt energy exchange, you got to understand the physics of it. If you release a big energy exchange and the what's receiving that, which means, let's say our DNA, which is the antenna, you're going to fry the fucking antenna. It has to be prepared. So the preparing of shifting the density is our conscious got to be prepared. So Elena said fourth density is like a station where we getting prepared consciously before we shift, like energetically, which I was thinking like is a charging station, and we just, because we ain't physically there, we conscious. But she say the solar system is still in third density, you know, conscious shifting the fourth density. So it's complicated because she say the sun is in fifth density. So it's like our concept of densities it doesn't add up to what the fuck we finding as we get closer to liberation to step 2. So that's what you got to understand. I took a lot of time, so somebody else go. But yeah, you had to know that.
All this goes back to that, what we did the other day, the 29th in the consciousness more. And when I was talking about 1 through 7, that reminds me of exactly what Dan Winters was talking about in his video, you know? So everything kind of is a fractal of source consciousness and builds upon each other. And even when we're talking about Merkabas, we can apply that not only to us, but to Earth as well as the galaxy. So when Dan was talking about, you know, certain, I think he calls it the array, isn't that right? When he matches.
Yeah, he called it inhabiting array. That means because he's an electrical engineer, he's thinking of an antenna of inhabiting frequencies. So to build an antenna that can inhabit higher density frequency, it got to be fractal, which means the structure got to go all the way down, like he said, to Planck length, and then you do a time shift of a phase conjugate time shift. So the time shift is what he describing. When you time shift, which you create a time vector, you change the length of your time vector, is a density shift. Now, I don't think he know that because he don't know about the crystal code because he don't seem to be talking about it. You see me and Stephanie talking about it. So, you know, but he got the basis where he teaching us the fifth density physics. But like when he showed the DNA, that's 2 strands. It's more complicated than that. It is the Platonic solids, because the Platonic solids are what hold the frequency. These are standing waves, and that's what holds the frequency.
That goes back to the 7 that you were just talking about, that you read about.
Yeah.
So I'm just putting my philosophy cap on, and I'm thinking about the Merkaba and how it's all controlled through the breath, but it seems to be unclear about the spin rate because I've seen different conflicting spin rates because obviously there's a masculine part of the Merkaba and the feminine part. And I'm thinking it's controlled through the breathing, you know, because that's what controls your blood movement and your circulation to really get that Merkaba rocking and rolling. But I think if we align the array of our heart with our mind, while also the Earth is in that array and the galactic universe hits all at the same time, I'm wondering what that does. Like everybody's like obviously activated at once, you know?
Yeah, it would be the mind and heart coherence. Because that's basically being in the mind and in the heart chakra, and the mind in resonance.
So the mind and the heart is in resonance while the Earth is in resonance and the galactic, our galactic plane is in resonance, or even the universe, what that would look like. I mean, this is stuff that I think about. I'm like, woo. You know, I'm wondering what that is. That the Big Bang? No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's all fascinating stuff, and I would really like to talk to Elena about some of those Merkaba mechanics.
And Laura,
Elena and Laura too.
Yeah.
Laura would be really good to talk to about this stuff, because there's so many questions that I have, and just learning how to apply it to our physicality would be awesome, because it's one thing to talk about it, but it's another thing to actually get it to work. So I think that would be awesome to bring up with them, and maybe even get a practice going for everybody so we can, you know, I don't know, get together and activate. But I think this cycle, this activation cycle, is going to be helping us do it anyway, getting our antennas to bring in that new frequencies. So go ahead.
So what I want to say is the fact that we're not going to just be talking about it. We're going to actively be doing it. So as you begin to watch these lives, you need to have your crystals out. You need to have your water out, and you need to get ready to start doing meditations at the end of these sessions. It's time to do the work. Not, you know, sometimes we get caught in the paralysis of analysis and we want to think, and we don't do. And it's time to get off our butts and start doing the work. If you're saying, I want to be whatever it is, kind of healer, and I want to learn, it's time to get out there and do it. Find you an accountability partner, somebody you can practice with or practice on, and start using your gifts and just cut it out. Stop the procrastination. Let's just get to it. I've taken on people as accountability partners just so that I can practice my modality, even offering free services just so that I can do the work. And so I'm encouraging each person to do it. And as we do our lives, like this week, Tuesday, we're going to talk about the wounded masculine with Jonathan and Terry, and we're going to have a meditation for the wounded masculine. The following week, we're going to have one about the woke culture versus the divine masculine. And we're going to kind of have a meditation about that. And we're going to talk this week, later this week with Goldilocks, AKA Tiffany White Sage. And she's going to talk to us about, you know, ways we can start healing at home without going to this emergency room every 5 minutes, letting people do things to us that are unnecessary, even treating cancer, liver, and kidney diseases and things like that. You know, it's time to get to it. Stop thinking about it, stop talking about it, and let's just do it. Back to you, Stephanie.
Yeah, I mean, that's excellent, Erica. Thank you for that. We all need to be trying to apply these mechanics or applying our little things that actually put us into that high vibe. So your crystals, your music, all these tools, you know, are going to just help not only lift you up, but the earth too, that you're connected to. So it's good to get these things rocking and rolling and put your dreams into action. Don't sit there and talk about it. Don't sit there and think about it. Do it. And a lot of people are overcoming fears around, you know, just everyday things that are holding them back, be it those negative tapes playing inside their head and whatnot. So, you know, it's good to do shadow work too and understand that those negative tapes need to be let go of. You need to get new tapes, positive tapes, and really set out on your journey to do whatever your mission is. Don't stop holding back and do it. Take action.
And do it scared. I think a lot of people want, like, they want all these reassurances and guarantees. There are none. Practice, fail, practice, win. Do it.
Yeah. So, Jermaine, did you, oh wait, we lost Jermaine. Are you there, Jermaine? I can't tell. But I think that's
Remains
all.
in the bathroom somewhere rolling a blunt or something. He'll be back, you know.
But yeah, all this stuff can be applied every day and to work on. But was there maybe another topic we can go into, ladies and gentlemen?
Just be careful who you give your energy to too. So at this time, so a lot of the energy is shared if you are sharing your energy, not just with being in front of them, but you know, when you give a piece of yourself with your loved ones or people that you're even just dating, like this time right now is to work on self-healing, like everybody's saying, and to approach it more of you have to fix yourself to love everybody else. So right now, it just you take that time for yourself. Meditation helps, salt baths and relaxation, connect with your higher self, make a space for yourself for these meditations, and really dial in on what needs to be healed and do the inner work in. I think Jareen and I were just talking about how, like, some people don't understand that the hybridization program on this was actually taking, they were actually looking for the DNA for certain individuals to activate these stargates that were, all around the world. So they were hybridizing humanity for that reason. But that not solely just for that reason, but that was a major factor on why this, and that happens naturally with us just communicating, meeting new relationships, meeting new people. When you sleep with somebody, you give a piece of that person, and that person takes a piece of you. Well, that's the same kind of analogy that goes with it, energetically and physically. So just take care of yourself, and everything will fall into place.
Because you said that, let's talk about this. You're about to go to a conference. So on a small scale already, you're around your family, you're on the phone, you're on the internet, you're in the store. You need to cleanse your energy. You need to ask for clearings. You need to do it. You need to do energy breaks, right? You can do this stuff at home. But then you're going to be preparing yourself so that you can maintain your energy when you're in a space, especially something like the convention. And we're going to talk about this later, how to step your game up with protecting your energy. But for now, one thing you can do is, if you're a reader, stop reading people without permission. Mind your business, stay in your own nosy little skull unless somebody asks you. People should not be in your inbox trying to read you. People shouldn't start a conversation and start blurting out shit about you. Tell them to step back, step off, tell them they're not respecting your space. And in a place where so many of us have gifts, I don't know why everybody wants to, I don't know. It's like being a show pony or a show horse, or you're trying to prove your skills on people. Stop doing it. It's irresponsible. Get out of people's space. Stop being nosy. You're giving people headaches. You're giving people trauma. You're in people's dreams and stuff. Stop it. And that's another thing too, because I don't like the idea of people being in the astral realm trying to molest people in the astral realm. Stop doing that shit unless you've agreed to it. And you know what? And it's okay to tell somebody like, hey, stop. Don't do it. You don't have to just sit by and let somebody invade your space that way. But then you yourself, if you're a reader, be responsible. My mama calls me and tells me stuff, and I'm like, look, lady, get out my business. Because my mom is very good. She can be all the way in New York and call me and tell me stuff, okay? So you're not the only magic act out there, okay? You're not the only one. So you don't have to go practicing that shit on everybody. Sometimes you can just clean on off and stay in your own space. You don't have to do this, little trick. But even my mom, I'll tell her like, hey, you need to get out of my space, woman. Take control of your mind. Because right. if you're just running all over, all in people's energy, that has to be damaging to you.
Yeah.
That's damaging to you. You can't focus. You can't get your own stuff right because you're so busy, and you can't let the spirits and the energy around you control you. You have to be in control and sovereign. That's not you being sovereign, actually. Just because you can do that, if you're doing it without even having any control over it, that's not you being sovereign. That's you don't know what kind of energy you're picking up or who you're talking to, while you're just allowing yourself to be an antenna to every little spirit that jumps up in your space. So, Stephanie, we're going to just keep having these little rants right in the middle of everything. I'm just going to bust out.
Oh,
that's what we're doing today. I'm just going to rant. So,
hey, we in fifth density apparently, according to what they told Lena.
And so that's my spirit. Yeah, that's my spirit telling me that. I don't need an intervention. It's my
people don't realize there's ethically, and there's a certain etiquette that you have to have when you do this. And people just overnight think they can just do whatever they want and walk right into things, and this person's going to be amazed because I can tell them this, that, and the other. And it's like, no, you really can't be, just going up to somebody and in their space like that. You need to ask for permission. You can't just run up in their space like that. It's not okay. There's a certain way to do this, and that is not okay. you know, you can't just like go up to somebody in the middle of a group and start reading them. It's not all right. What if that information they didn't want out there in the public? You know, this isn't
Here's
a
another thing.
Tony
Not
show.
only did they not want the information out there, you're trying to point out some things to people that might be traumatic if you bring it up. Or there's healings that people need to work on and things that they need to dig on. But guess what? That's like unsolicited advice. Nobody wants it. So if they didn't ask you for it, don't give it to them. People hate unsolicited advice. I was in the middle of a conversation with a person and I'm supposed to be talking about you and you busted out telling me, ooh, but then here I was trying to control my energy and this chicken head gave me a damn headache. And I was like, she was digging so hard. She couldn't stop digging. And I should have ended the conversation. But you know what? That happened to me so that I can help empower you. Don't let people dig up in your stuff. Tell them to mind their business. And it's okay. We don't always have to be, you know, like, oh, I'm afraid I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. Why? They giving you a headache. That's the same thing as a psychic attack. Do you know that?
Yeah.
That's an attack. That's someone that's like somebody opening your front door without permission, right? What'd you do with that person? You would knock them upside the head, right? Somebody open your damn door without permission. Right. They weren't invited into your house. You would knock them out, right? Okay.
Get the fuck out, motherfucker.
That's what we need to talk about. That was that.
I want to say that in fifth density, now that going along with what we're just talking about, now that we are all creators of our reality, you have to understand that when you go into higher densities, our paintbrush, which is our imagination, is the keys to these other realms. So sometimes there's some overlapping that occurs from us painting, being these artists, okay? Sometimes I'm painting over here and wanting to manifest this, and you have the guy next door who wants to manifest money in their life, and they're just selfish, and that's all they want. And then you have the lady down the street who manifests something better for her kids and something better for her next family. We're all wanting these wants and things in our life. And because of all this overlapping, you have all this psychic babble that's happening. And it's very interesting to see this, but people have to understand that you're doing things and you're controlling your environment around you, even if you don't even know you're doing it. And especially now that we're in this new density. So you have to take hold of your thoughts, take hold of your imagination, because those things run rampant. That's what's driving this train. This is why the white hats and this alliance here that's putting all this media in our TV. We have Star Wars, you have Star Trek, and all these new shows coming out. They're giving you an idea of what's the reality of what actually is. So that's like the if you want to use this analogy, those shows are like the color for our paint, and we are the artists. Okay, so we're the artists in this beautiful portrait that we're painting, and we're using pop culture, we're using music, we're using our own creativity as the paint and the colors to paint this tapestry, and it's going to be overlapping. But people have to understand that, like, what you desire right now is what you're going to get. It might not be what you want fully, but you're going to get it in some way or fashion. So just remember, just your thoughts control your reality. That's all I'm going to say.
And because you said that, I'm going to say something else. So here we are. We each have a job to do. Like Stephanie was saying, like Dab is saying, you got bloodlines to heal right now. So if you're walking around here triggered all the time, then you're not helping your family. You're not helping your ancestors, and you're not helping your kids. Figure it out. Find sessions, find ways to work on healing that inner child, healing the DNA, and healing that ancestry. Because also with this activation of this Merkaba that they're talking about, I can't explain it the way that they do, but guess what? I go up to all that is and I make stuff happen. That's just what I do. I don't know how with these little pictures and stuff like that, but hey, some people need technical, some people deal with just the magical. Stephanie is blessed. She can do both. Kudos, Stephanie. But I'm going to say this, and don't interpret this. I do this all the time. Don't freaking come and interpret this as, oh, everybody, there's always more than one reason or more than one. You know what I'm saying? There's a dark and a light. I'm not dealing with that, okay? Don't come at me with no crazy with that. I'm not about nonsense. Demons don't cast out demons, okay? That's what I do. I don't participate in nonsense. But anyway, so as you are doing these inner child healings and things like this is where you're going to connect to parts of this Merkaba information, part of this 12-strand DNA and beyond. And you're going to need it because that's going to help heal the planet. You understand that? That it's not just you doing it so you can be special. This is a part of what's going to heal your past traumas for the collective, for your generation, for your ancestors. We have to lift the pain that has been left here. It's trapped, it's all over us. There's things and entities here that need to move on. There's pain that needs to be lifted. It's in your DNA. You can walk up to people and be triggered and you're wondering why you don't like people. You don't know the person, you don't like them. There's shit trapped in you and you got to get it out. This is it, the truth. And this is like the double-edged sword. It's like a scalpel. It cuts you going in and it cuts you coming out, but you have to get the cut first. You have to open up the wound. You have to let the pus out, because if you don't, it's going to manifest in your body as cancer, as kidney disease, as blindness, as a backache, as a headache. All this stuff is trapped in your body. This is mostly what's killing people, because they have all this unresolved issues. If you have unresolved pain from childhood, a lot of times it will sit in your lungs and people think they got asthma. No, you got unhealed trauma. So as you're thinking about how you're going to be so special by spinning your Merkaba, think about how special you need to be with healing your trauma and stop, so we don't go around like other people. We don't want to go projecting our garbage on people. And I don't think she likes me. I don't think you're all in your head with drama and trauma. That's what's in your head. You got to get it out. So I'll shut up again and we'll move on.
I love your rants there. The rants are beautiful. They're much needed.
And if you don't, I'm gonna get a belt and you're gonna get a spanking. I'm saying.
Can we talk about, because this has been coming up too, like how maybe those people who are newly awakened and how they're maybe not in the know of things like we are, and how we can help them in their journey. And again, there's a fine line between helping and then just like busting up in there and say, this is what you got to do. Let's talk about planting seeds versus,
turning burning.
Force feeding.
Yes, there you go.
Force ripping people's mouths open and shoving spoons down their mouth with medicine that they don't want. They don't want it.
Or they're not ready for it.
Things on people.
Call it Mama Bird, by the way. Mama birding is the term.
Yeah. Some people just aren't there yet in their awakening process. Everybody's got their own way of waking up and they have their own stages that they go through. We were once there too. If you look back on how you may have woken up, extend somebody the grace that may not be where you're at, and just allow them to come up in their own time. And you can plant seeds, but don't force feed people.
When people are drinking baby milk, they cannot eat steak. And just because someone's eating steak, it doesn't mean you cut it up with a fucking machete. That's too much. We don't need machetes, okay? So look at people where they're at, love them where they're at. The same way you were waking up, whenever that was, 10 years ago, somebody was looking at you planting seeds. 20 years ago, somebody was looking at them. This thing happens in waves. You are not better than anybody because you got it now. It doesn't make you special because you got it now, because you was dumb before. And just because you got the information now, it doesn't make you better than anybody. So no one's better than anybody. What we need to do is be proud as we see other people getting the baby steps. We're like, oh my God, look at, be happy. Because guess what? If you have a baby and the baby can't walk, you don't kick the baby in the back and throw him down the steps. Oh, this baby's stupid. You can't throw the baby out and be like, oh, the baby dumb, He's only a baby. Pretty soon the baby's gonna walk, the baby's gonna run. And guess what? One day that baby might know more than you. And he might learn faster than you. He might perform better than you. So just because you see people reaching and starting or just beginning and they're crawling, it doesn't mean that you get to say how dumb they are, how stupid they are, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because those same people may be the ones that surpass you.
Remember
But maybe that was your job.
Yeah.
Maybe your job was to just give those babies the milk.
Right. 144,000 people waking up into this ascension cycle as far as the indigos to star seeds. There's a lot more, I think, than that. But I imagine that out of that number, there's not that many people. There's a lot of people awake, but there's a lot of people in that number that aren't awake. So just treat them as you want to be treated yourself, because just like Erica's saying, that person that doesn't know today could be a leader tomorrow in this community. And it's very, very important to cultivate those people that need this information and to give them the chance to grow, give the seed the chance to flourish. Don't need to overwater it. You just got to plant it, to take care of it, give them the information they need, and let the seed do its work.
Sometimes it's sharing a link with somebody or maybe buying them a book. And two, if it's their family members, people got what's called parent death. Do you know what parent death means? Me and Stephanie know what that means, because you got kids that at one point they was listening to you. After a while, they'd be like, oh my God, it's just mom talking. Sometimes people can't hear it from you. Or maybe it might be how you live it, because if you're not living it, they still can't hear it from you because they don't see it in you. So they can't hear it from you. You understand? So sometimes people get parent deaf, or sometimes people just see right through your shit while you're sitting there thinking that you're special, while you're sitting there thinking you got it all together, and they're looking at you and they might see the flaws, okay? They might be looking at you funny or sideways. I like that. Side eye. They might be giving you a little bit of side eye, like, yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? So whatever it is, get your stuff together. Keep on working on you. You can't be furious because somebody else ain't getting something. Lead by example. Go drop them seeds you're supposed to see. Maybe that person ain't supposed to wake up until next year when something special happens. But you know what? Do not assume that you are the answer to someone else's problems. What you need to do is be the answer to yourself. Okay?
Right. I love that.
That's awesome. What's up, everybody on YouTube?
Oh yeah, let's give some shout outs. Yeah. Oh my God, to all my homies. That's Terry Nighthawk. That's a bad name. That's a bad name. She's a mature woman, but that's a badass name. I'm just thinking she's spicy. Y'all gotta watch out for her. We got Truly out there, Terry Priest as the admin. We just love you so much. She's blocking, elbowing these jokers who want to leave us dirty, talking about us. They sit here talking trash. Talking about you messed with the wrong style, Steve. Do you know how crazy you have to be to be? You sound like you should be on Star Wars. Like, are you Darth Vader? Like, what are you doing? How are you a starseed saying you've messed with the wrong starseed?
That don't even know what the fuck a starseed is. Don't even know what the purpose is.
We're talking about 555 and 333. Do you really know what that stuff means? Like, how are you positive? How are you calling yourself a starseed? You around here throwing curses on people. If you know what I know, curses are blessings are stronger than curses. Mm-hmm. And you be careful who you point those words at. But if you really want to kill somebody, kill them with kindness and wish them on what they like. You don't have to fight with these people. You don't have to do this Harry Potter nonsense that people got going on around here, trying to put curses on each other. That is nonsense. Send that thing to the light and let it go. Get away from these people who even think like that. I can't hang around people who are going to be talking about racism and they just want to be racist. I can't hang around that. I can't hang around people who want to just put random curses on people. Fuck that, love spells. Y'all better stop playing with people's free will, because that's it too. When you're playing with other people's free will,
It's so true.
you're building a jail for yourself, because all that karma is coming back on you. So whatever you take from someone else, just add it to your plate. Okay? So you could be here another couple of 100 lifetimes doing dumb shit. You know, you might end up cleaning out bird cages or elephant poop one day because you've been fucking around with other people's free will and you wondering, why is this happening to me? Because you're acting up. They acting up, y'all. They acting up.
Yeah, right.
I forgot what else I was going to say because I just, that.
It's okay. It's okay.
Who are you? Who are you to do that? You know, you're messing with the wrong star seed. I mean, that sounds like some old Grinch nonsense. I can't. But anyway. Oh, yeah, that's what we were doing. Okay, we were talking about everybody in the chat. All right, I remember now. So we hit Terry. Terry, Mel Tulip, you beautiful, awesome, lovely person. Elena, Noble, we love you guys for hanging out with us all the time. Robin Spicer, she's so sweet. Matthew with the School of Multi-Dimensional Intuition. It sounds so mystical. I need to talk to you. Zoran, don't mess with the Zoran. You know, we like him. I gotta say it every time. Inquisitive Quiston, which I think is Christian or Kristen. Inquisitive Quiston. I like that name. People have such creative names on here. Zoran. We like Zoran a lot because he's talking a lot. Michelle Stone, we're so glad you joined us. Faith, so good that you made it. Nikki, with your awesome artwork. I love it. I'm sorry we didn't get to talk today. It's been all day, school and this. The Disco Tina, we love you so much. And Nighthawk again. And Angela, we will talk. I heard what you said to me and I did not forget. So I think that's everybody in the chat, right? I hope you guys liked it and I hope you guys shared. Yeah, Danny was in there. Danny was in there. I can turn Zoran into Zohan. She's going to get you, man.
Haiku. There you go, Haiku. I forgot about Haiku.
So Haiku, I already inboxed you. Haiku was like, who messed with my mama? Anyway, so, you know, yeah, that's awesome. So Zoran, you can expect you're about to be in a face-off soon in one of them videos. So get ready. Tina about to light you up. Okay.
His memes are funny though. I've seen some of his memes in there.
I know he's on the Galactic Comedy Channel tearing it up all day.
Right.
So that was a good bit of ranting.
Yeah, that was great. That was awesome.
And 23 is my birthday. So the conference, woo! If you're here, I don't want cake, I want money. All right. Don't play with me.
Well, there goes my idea, damn it.
Damn, I can't give you a cake. Shit, there's my gift. My gift gone.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I can't wait to eat at that Mrs. Potato place too, though.
That's gonna be good.
They got like, yeah, I shouldn't have told everybody where it was, should I? I don't know. We should I gotta keep it a secret.
Oh, did you tell everybody about the food map?
You're gonna have a seat in there.
Okay, so if you didn't see the food map, I got it mapped. I even got 5 places for coffee on there, but some vegan places, they got a lot of hot bowls too. They got, you know, we're gonna be in a city where they got Venezuelan food, Colombian food, a lot of Asian food, it's a lot of food here, y'all.
I want to roti.
Food here, and it's really different and good. Fishbowl Grill, yeah. Fishbowl Grill, they were there, but now they're gone, I noticed. But I drove down there the other day. The hotel is still there, y'all. It didn't sink. It was a street next to the hotel. There was a lot of water, but, you know, everything is A-okay. We good. About
The
to rock.
Archons tried to stop it. They couldn't stop it.
No, they couldn't stop it.
No,
Couldn't.
no, they couldn't.
This
No,
is going to be a powerful conference. It's going to be real
Yeah.
powerful.
got
This
too many
is gonna-
awesome crew here, and we're gonna get to see Danny. Yeah, I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to that.
I'm excited.
Yes, they're gonna be fun.
Timeline trigger event. All
That's
these
sure.
intros in one place. It's gonna be
Yeah.
it's gonna be just
Yeah.
amazing.
Just remember to keep your energy clean. That's right. Keep your shit off of me, okay?
I'm sending you love there, Erica. Sending you love. Sending
Uh,
you love. Oh man.
Somebody said key lime pie. Ooh.
Ooh.
All right. So did we hit all your topics, Revan?
No, he didn't hit off.
No, he got a whole book of topics. You know him, man. He's ready to go.
Like
He just holding back. He holding back right now.
okay, I want to do a little rant and then I'm gonna get in my topic because
okay. This is more
Listen.
random topics.
I
All right.
told you.
yeah.
I told you.
Rants. We like rants.
Okay. What we finding out now is a lot of stuff we thought we knew we didn't know. And there's a lot of shit we've been ignorant about. And our ego is like, oh, I want to know everything because the ego wants to control and it gets afraid when it doesn't have control. It's in fear. And the dark side take advantage of you when you're in fear because you are in confusion when you're in fear. So we have to get our ego in check. So we got to understand it's people out there that are going to be smarter than us. They're going to know more shit than us. They're going to be better than us in some things. But we still can, as we know thyself, we're going to get better. And we're going to be extraordinary at what we do based off of our talent. So that's what you got to understand. But you have to check your ego. I'm okay with people knowing more than me. I'm okay with somebody smarter than me. I'm okay somebody can do a backflip or whatever. I don't care. But I'm going to say, well, if I want to learn how to do it, I'm going to try to figure it out like I always do because I'm a problem solver. So I want to solve problems. That's why I can lose patience with people who are having a lot of issues and not solving enough problems, and the problems just pile up and they ain't solve one fucking problem. Then you become a dependent, you just in the way, of the effort to free humanity. I'm militant about this. I've always been militant about this. We've been in a fucking war. This ain't no fucking just spiritual learning experience. This ain't just some fun trip. This ain't no goddamn vacation spot. They had evil plans on taking us over and tricking us where we would want to be taken over by them because we'd be stuck in the Stockholm syndrome, the whole collective of humanity. So that's where we got to check ourselves. We got to not let pride and overconfidence get in the way. Like
so
in
is
a fight.
this why they were talking about trying to run a ship into a dang comet and all this nonsense? Because they were trying to Jim Jones Kool-Aid you to make you feel like you had no choice but to accept a person as your savior. And oh man, they was gonna Jim Jones Kool-Aid folks real bad. It's real messed up. It's real messed up.
There's a lot of fear, and the enemy uses fear to weaken us, but they can dominate us. Our will, but they can have timelines where we are constantly under their control. And so now we are apparently, I don't know what the fuck going on. So this shit what Elena just told today, I got to study that because I don't know what the fuck she's talking about. But I can understand some of it she's talking about. She's talking about the stellar ascension cycle, but she's saying we in fifth density, the stars in fifth density, but this Earth and the solar system is in third density. So that's some physics I got to understand, universal physics, but I got the Ascension information. That's fucking universal physics. So as I could study back and forth through there and I might figure it out. Like I've been figuring this shit out. So, but like I said, whatever the fuck that means, then we basically almost at step 2. Whatever the fuck that means. Is we gonna be in fifth density, that's step 2? Or we gonna have the contact? Well shit, we already have a fucking contact. I got UFO shit. Let me check. Let me see these motherfuckers out here right now. Where's fucking my phone at? God damn it. Fuck it, we're live and I can't find the phone. Oh, here we go. Let me go check, see these motherfuckers behind me. Because this is how simple shit is now. It's like, what the fuck is going on?
I just went outside and they're out there right now.
Yeah,
Oh,
They're
yeah.
out there right now. That's why I just went out there.
Man, y'all are making
Well,
me
Michelle
her-
said
tell
everybody
them
should run outside
tell
and
them
go
I'm
look up.
live.
I
and
need
tell
to
them to
go
show up over
outside
here.
right now.
Yeah, tell them to show up over
So
here.
everybody one by
So
one,
bring
they
that
can
over
go
here.
outside and run outside and go look
Okay.
up.
So I ain't got
My-
nothing yet, but at some time in the fucking night they'll be out there, and they doing all types of shit now. I'm literally having contact with the beings that I saw at aesthetic. These plasma beings that are high density, probably nice density. So it's all real. All that shit is real. All this conspiracy theories, weirdos. You wear weirdos with as pride, because it's all verified. Debunkers laws, UFO debunkers laws, skeptics law. And someone was working for the enemy. So like I said, we won. We don't need to go in those battles no more. It's over. We was right. Being a weirdo means we was courageous. You know, we were scared of what we was doing. We didn't know what the fuck we was doing. We didn't know we were gonna succeed, but we was courageous. That what empowered us to be, you know, be on the setup where a lot of the Guardians want us to be, and the Drummond and Council want us to be as leaders, because they want to find. They want the optimal goal of there is to have a race of leaders. So that's what you got to understand about that. But the other thing I want to talk about is these Kelon codes, because you need to understand what light codes are. But I can't go into all of it because I already did this again in the CW. So I just want to talk about some little snippets. So you want to read some of those, Stephanie?
I can. What page?
451.
Okay. All right. So introduction to Kilanta. Do you just want me to read?
And share stream.
Okay. Hold on. How do I do that? Sorry, y'all. Bear with me.
They part of the crew. They already can bear with us. I don't see nobody in here that ain't part of the crew.
Wait.
They already part of the ship. That's it.
Share sound. Okay, here we go. So we got the introduction to Kilanta, the science of light, sound, and the subconscious symbol codes and the base codes of matter. So exploring ultra micro particle mechanics. So Kilanta is the science of energy dynamics as they apply to a multidimensional perpetual motion universe. It is the primary foundation upon which all advanced science and technologies of light, sound, frequency, and electromagnetic energy are built. Keylontic science deals with the underlying structures of electromagnetic energy through which all matter forms are constructed, and with the attributes of electrotonal energy structures through which consciousness achieves diversification and individuation. Foundations of Keylontic science arise out of larger categories of multidimensional scientific study known as the science of vibrational mechanics. The science of vibrational mechanics utilize a schematic of cosmic order that is created through the inherent dynamics of fusion and fission of the electrotonal energy units, an order through which the natural laws of the cosmos are set and held in motion. Keylontic science employs the natural laws as they apply to the structures and dynamics of energy, matter, and consciousness that are created through these laws. Keylanta can be viewed as the science of creation, for it is through the dynamics of Keylontic science that creation takes place. There is an organizational intelligence and sentient creative force of vast proportions that is responsible for the design and creation of the cosmos. Through Galactic science, we can explore the dynamics of energy and consciousness through which the cosmos and all forms and beings within it receive this design through the central creative source. Do you want me to keep going?
Okay, we're not gonna go all through all this because it takes too damn long. But like, go to the thing where, like, let's talk about the particle tie and the particle.
Okay. So the particle represents the units of crystalline morphogenetic substance out of which particles and antiparticles merge. Particuli are units of electrotonal energy identity that emanate from the central cosmic source called the Usani. Particuli are the primary units of energy that form all matter, antimatter, pre-matter, and non-matter substances. They are the units of multidimensional light, sound, and consciousness that represent minute projections of energy identity from the central creative cosmic source. Particuli are the organizational intelligence and operational life force fuel behind and within all manifestations in consciousness. Particuli operates as minute self-regulating fission-fusion generators. Through the dynamics of their interactions, they create and maintain the electromagnetic field of sound frequency and light spectra of which the cosmos is composed. Particuli are the smallest units of energy in the cosmos. One could find 800 billion particuli units in an average of 3-dimensional photon. They exist within and beyond all particle and matter structures and represent the divine substance out of which the cosmos is composed. Through the interior polarization and replication created through the self-generated fission and fusion, particuli manufactures 2 intrinsic subunits of crystalline morphogenetic substance that serve as a blueprint of the rhythms of pulsation through which particles and antiparticles manifest. The particuli subunit.
Let me read that portion, the other one.
Okay.
It says that so it says the particuli subunits that pulsate the fastest are called the particle, and they set the pulsation through which the particuli units will group to form antiparticles. So antiparticles are in particle physics, in 3D physics, third density physics, they go back in time. So in particle physics, when you look at a positron, it's going back in time. So this relates to the parallel that actually was told by the Guardian, the parallel, antimatter universe. So that's what that's saying. So it says particuli subunits that pulsate more slowly and appear in conjunction with particle are called the particum. The particum set the pulsation rhythm through which particuli units will group to form particles that are slower pulsating reflection of particle antiparticle. Together with the particuli and the particum set the foundation for particle antiparticle manifestation. Okay, where's the rest of it? It's on the other side of the page. So, okay, go ahead. Within the unified fields of the 15-dimensional matrix, they are energetic substance through which the base of electromagnetism keeps the universe and the parallel universe in motion is manufactured. Each particle perpetually breaks down in particum and particle antiparticle, while simultaneously replicating the original particle through an act of internal fission. The replication serves to retain the pattern of the original, while the particum and the particle serve to draw other particle units from the unified field. The particle and the particle are then magnetically joined back together in the act of fusion, through which they merge with the replica of the original particle at which they were created. During fusion, the particle and the particle draw new energy patterns in the form of particle units back into the morphogenic structure of the original particle, which spans the original pattern while retaining its organic integrity. Through this process, crystalline composite forms are created when it serves as the morphogenic blueprints through which individuated forms of identity will manifest. The particle perpetually circulate energy from the original particle due to the cosmic matrix, and the particle perpetually draw energy from the unified field of the cosmic matrix back to the morphogenic form of the particle, expanding its original form. Through the dynamic of perpetual motion, expanding and contraction universe, parallel universe are perpetually recreated and externally sustained. Now, like with metaphysics, so in the Merkaba field, you have a masculine and a feminine component. The feminine component is something that draws in energy, it's attractive. That's why the feminine energy is attractive, it draws in. The masculine energy is repulsive, is positive. So to have a Merkaba field, you have to have the masculine component and the feminine component, link up. And these are the counter-rotating spiral waves that Dan what to talk about when he talk about longitudinal waves and torsion waves.
Right.
So what you got to understand with all those bullshit ass agendas out there, the massive feminine energy is a quantum physics to it. The proton represent the masculine energy, the electron represent the feminine energy in terms of, in third density. Now these particle and the particle particles, they got the same effect in creating, this whole holographic universe where you got on and off switches, where one is on, which is manifest as matter, and then it goes into the antimatter when it's off, and it's inflow, outflow energy and the parallel. So that's what we got to understand about that. So this these particle particles are basically what's forming the base units, and it probably be the Planck units that Dan Winter talks about, that forms space-time, time particles, and what we understand in particle physics in third density physics. So that's what you got to understand. Now the other thing I want to talk about is the Kelon. So go to the one on the Kelon, Stephanie. When it should be in bold, like go down the page.
Right here. Or
The
codes.
Kelon code. Yeah, Kelon code. Yeah, that. You can read that if you want to.
Okay. I also want to bring up like the crystals, the water, our DNA. These are all conscious things. These are the antennas that have sentience that he's talking about with this material. So I just want to point that out to everyone and how that might, work. So the Kelon codes is a complex grouping of kelons that further direct and contours of energy upon which forms are built. Kelon codes serve to direct the inflow and outflow of particuli, unit energy within the morphogenic blueprint of a form into more specific patterns, rhythms of movement, and electrotonal vibration. All forms of matter and consciousness are structured upon specific sets of Kelon codes that determine the base atomic and genetic makeup of a form and the characteristics of consciousness the form will possess. So Kelon codes represent complex patterns of interwoven sound tones and light spectra that form compound morphogenic crystalline structures. So think again about DNA, water, crystals that serve as a template of living light and sound. Hold on just a minute, you guys. Which pre-matter subparticles and matter and antimatter particles will adhere.
So,
Kelon-
okay,
Go
this
ahead.
right here will be like based off your genetics and the blood types and your genetics to the ET family tree of the universal family tree of ETs in this universe. This will be the frequency keys, the access stargates that Elena was told. So that's what you got to understand. Go ahead.
So Kelon codes create and hold together the primary morphogenetic structure of individuated form. They are the primary structure and organizational collective intelligence within all things. The manifest attributes of all matter forms and consciousness can be affected through directed alteration of existing Kelon code structures. Kelon codes represent the compound tapestries of crystalline morphogenic matter blueprints upon which pre-matter, antimatter, and matter particles will form. They are the fifth state of being between pure consciousness and form manifestation and serve as the complex, multidimensional morphogenic blueprint through which all individuated forms manifest.
You can read the crystal bad, then I'm gonna read the light symbol code.
Okay.
Because then that's to be the last one, light symbol code.
Okay, so the crystal body. This term is used to refer to the multidimensional Kelon code structure of matter, form, or form of consciousness. The crystal body represents the individuated morphogenic construction of a form through which the contours of its manifest attributes will take shape. The morphogenic crystal body sets the manifest characteristics a form will possess, its intrinsic subatomic structure, body rhythms, metabolic rate, and foundations of DNA. The matter in which particle units will move through the form and the type of consciousness awareness the form will embody. The human crystal body encompasses 12 dimensions of identity, sound frequency, and light spectra, and sets the structure for the bioenergetic chakra system, auric field, and electromagnetic Merkaba field, counter rotating spirals of multidimensional electromagnetic energy through which the auric field is formed. The crystal body represents the collective fifth state of being between pure consciousness and form manifestation in relation to an individuated construction of consciousness or matter. Through the crystal body, the electromagnetic Merkaba fields of a form are designed and constructed. The Merkaba field represents the sixth state of being between pure consciousness and form manifestation. Through the counter-rotating electromagnetic fields of the Merkaba fields, the contours of the bioenergetic auric field and chakra system are formed in accordance with the design set by the crystal body. The bioelectric auric field and chakra system represents the seventh state of being between consciousness and manifestation. The bioelectric field then serves to direct particle units from the dimensional unified field into the particle or antiparticle construction through which the DNA and the biological particle base of a form is set into the dimensional framework. Through
Okay,
the
so this right here is basically telling you how manifestation works on a scientific level. That's why it's complicated, but this is what I'm saying when I was telling light workers at the SSP conference, the reason you can't turn on your Merkaba fields, and I don't give a fuck about the astral travel, I'm talking about you should be able to physically turn on your Merkaba fields in third density, is because you have the wrong shit. You've been deceived by the neighbor, by the enemy. and you couldn't do shit. That's why you got to take planes and stuff. You should be turn on your Mercury. There is no fucking excuse. And this what I'm showing you with all these detail. There is no fucking excuse. You just don't got the right information. And don't let your ego get in there. You was duped, you was a fool, and just accept it. We all got duped and fooled, you know, and they try to take us out. So get over it and understand you don't got the right shit, because there is no excuse. You should be turning on your fucking Mercury. You shouldn't be buying no fucking plane tickets $500 fucking dollars. So understand that. You don't have to read all this other stuff. I can go in light symbol code. Okay, a light symbol code. Light symbol code is a pattern of electrotonal energy composed of specific particle configuration that make up frequencies of sound and spectral light. So this basically is torsion waves. These patterns of light and sound and longitudinal waves, which affects consciousness and all that. Direct speed, angles of interface, and pattern of refraction and replication. So this right here is telling you how the replicator technology is going to work. When we get the replicators, it's not going to be like Star Trek where you're going to say, oh, I don't want that replicator food. It's manifestation, okay? You know what manifestation is? And when you, the stuff that you did get in the light work community about manifesting, this is what this is, the science of manifestation. That's what you need to understand. Okay, what we get? We'll follow through the Keylon code structure of the crystal body that she already was reading. Light symbol codes control the way the energy will move and manifest within a form. They serve as the organizational program within all Keylons. By altering the light code symbol program within the Keylon codes of the morphogenic crystal body, the structure of the Keylon codes and thus the manifestation they created can be changed. Which means this is manifestation. So if you want a fucking cheeseburger without the fucking bullshit they put in the food, you can have a fucking cheeseburger for the fucking replicating. It would taste like a fucking cheeseburger without the poison and all the other bullshit. This is what this is. This is the codes that's going to how the replicator is going to work. Human evolution of the body and consciousness can be accelerated by activating certain light symbol codes that are presently dormant within the Keylon structure of the crystal body. Once activated, these dormant light codes direct the morphogenic crystal body, bioenergetic auric field, chakra system, and DNA to operate in new ways. Light symbol codes direct sound tones, light spectral, which is the frequency keys, within the contours of the crystal body. This directive serves to control the relationship between particle-like units and crystal body, which translates to operational instructions for the bioenergetic system of DNA to follow. Light symbol codes can be used to direct patterns of frequency into the bioenergetic field of DNA in very specific ways that will allow dormant potentials of DNA to come into operation. The DNA directs the manifest functions of the physical body and physically embodied consciousness, following the design set by the light code symbol program within the crystal body. Cellular transmutation can be achieved by adding new frequency patterns into the crystal body by changing the program on the light code. Cellular transmutation is basically will be essential. The codes hold new frequency patterns, use internal and external sound frequencies, light spectrum, and electromagnetic emanation creates hidden light code symbols, light symbol codes within the crystal body, which can program the body toward health and wellness or disease and deterioration. That's the med bed technology. That's how the med bed is going to work. When we get the med beds, we get from the Federation, not the med beds in the secret space program, we get from the Federation. The mind can be used to direct specific light symbol codes and electrotonal programs that carry into the crystal body to create healing, expansion of genetic code, and conscious awareness, and acceleration of multidimensional physical and spiritual evolution. Through conscious direction of light symbol code programs, body can be freed from its present space-time orientation by altering the particle pulsation rhythms of the body, which means shift your density, shift your consciousness, shift density. So this says it can be in the mind, so you don't got to do all the math and physics like I do. Like Erica was saying, some of y'all got ability. You don't teach a Jedi. You don't got to teach Jedi physics to know how to use his force powers.
Right.
See what I'm saying? So Keylontic science employs knowledge and interrelationship between the 6 primary elements to integrate aspect of multidimensional identity and create positive change and acceleration of evolution for all life forms in the cosmos. Keylonta is used to create tactile technology that exists in harmonious evolution progression. Tactile technology, she was told about the med beds back in 2002. Asha and Dean. Keylontic science is the study of morphogenic fields, the process through which consciousness becomes manifest. Units of identity form central creative source move through to build up themselves into the following states of being, to become manifest form individual identities as they evolve within a 15 density system. So we went over all that. Morphogenic particle units of pure unidentified consciousness, morphogenic particle strands, morphogenic particle grids, morphogenic columns, Coulomb cold crystal body, composite morphogenic fields, electromagnetic molecular fields, bioenergetic fields, chakra systems, and chakra system pre-matter native structure, which is your chakra flow. When you watch Naruto, is your chakra flow. Particle, antiparticle construction, simple and complex matter, antimatter form, elemental composite, biological life form, sentient. This is manifestation. This is what this is, manifestation. Spanning compound morphogenic identity, pure sentient consciousness and processing complex 15-dimensional crystal body structures. Galactic science studies implements natural laws, dynamics inherent to creation of mind and evolution of consciousness. So we don't need to go into all the other stuff because I went all that in conscious work. So when you understand that, you understand how Medbears work, you understand how the food work, the replicators. That's it. That's technology Federation using because they cool with the Guardians. So there you go.
That was
Yeah, I
awesome.
think that's it. Yeah.
And like Erica and Jermaine were explaining, some of us already are tapped into that and understand it without even knowing that we knew about it the whole time.
Right.
This is just basically giving you like the breakdown of the actual science behind it, if you want to understand, or maybe those people that don't understand can understand it. Me with my biology background, I just like to learn how things work. So it's beautiful to me. Like I really enjoy this kind of stuff.
Excellent.
And it comes natural to Jermaine because he's, the physics guy. So he can like really break it down. It's like, whoa. And then you get this whole tapestry and it's like, fractals of source building, the bigger morphogenic field, and it's some beautiful thing. So yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah, good stuff.
Erica.
Thank you to Ashiana Dean. Breaking it
Yeah,
down.
Ashiana Dean is breaking it down, man.
Yeah, she's
She's
smart as
doing
shit.
that back in 2000. So that was before everybody was awake. Before I was awake, definitely for sure. Hell yeah. Let's see here. The
Where's
news.
Erica?
I think she's eating some food, some more
Getting it in.
Alfredo.
Oh, she's getting it in. Man, that Alfredo,
Okay,
sounds good right now.
Y'all got
October,
any topic
guys.
y'all want to talk about? While we wait for Erica.
Let's see, don't put no dates on anything.
Let's ask if anybody has any
Oh
questions
yeah.
there.
Yeah, go ahead. Y'all want some questions?
Yeah, y'all have any questions or
I got a question. When is disclosure gonna happen?
The greatest enigma to all of us right now. Shit.
Right. Disclosure needs to happen. What's up, Erica?
I was outside looking at the stars, so I want to go back outside with my camera real quick because I was seeing some
interesting stuff, huh?
You might get some content. Let me check behind me and see if they have
there's days where it's nothing in the sky at all, and then there's the day like this one plane goes by, and I'm like, wait a minute, there's another plane going by. It's like all these stars, and they're flickering.
Stars, Erica.
Yeah, they
I know it's drama. That's what it is.
I got crazy clouds outside.
I got clouds. I got one. It's cloudy as hell out there, and there's one star that's not a star, and he's moving around like briefly. And he's blue, so it's like it's interesting.
Nice.
Nobody out here yet.
Yeah, they out. I asked for these beings to come to everybody here in the channel, so everybody will get an experience. So shall it be. There.
Sometimes that works, but they ain't.
It does.
Oh,
it will.
More. There you go.
You want to see them? They will show. If you're not ready to see them, they know you're not ready to see them, and that's how it works. So when you're mentally ready and you want to see them, they will show.
When I was out in the mountains, I was with somebody and they were kind of like freaked out because we were deep in the mountains. I mean, it's pitch black dark. They're kind of like freaked out, like Bigfoot's going to come out of the woods or something. But I was like, stop, you gotta like maintain that, you know, we're like trying to see something out here. And I was like, oh God, please ignore him. Like, let's get high vibe. I'm not afraid. Let's do this. But as soon as I saw something, I was like in a kind of like a shock. I don't know, went through me. And then all the hairs on my body stood up. And I was like, oh, I see you. I see you. Those little zippers, you know, I did a little check mark, like, woo. It was fun. I really enjoyed it.
That's so cool. And plus, when you're in the
Yeah.
mountains too, you can see them
Yeah. Oh
very,
man,
very
the
clearly.
stars. Oh my gosh, it was so beautiful. I wish I could have take everybody with me and just have like a UFO hunting trip or scouting trip, you know. It would be amazing.
Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool there. Everybody's like outside with their camera right now. Like, looking for 'em.
Yeah.
Like, I see him. Do I see him yet? That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, it's getting close, man.
If
It's
you
getting
catch
close.
any, put it in the evidence folder for us so we can use it on our
Or
next
put-
contact show.
Yeah, that's gonna be amazing. We got some great. Well, that show's gonna be fire, man. We got so much contact stuff that just happens. It's nonstop, nonstop right now. It's gonna be awesome. I think everybody's having their own little experience too. You know, they just walk out there and it's all different colors they're seeing. People are saying they're seeing them as planes or drones, and it's actually them. And the things that we least suspect, which are like stars and planets, could also be them. So just keep your eyes open, guys. You might see something cool.
Like a year ago, if you would have told me all of us would be having these amazing experiences, I probably wouldn't have believed you. I've been like, get out of here. Like Jermaine's got contact, you've got contact, Erica, me. Like, I'm just like, what? This is, if that's not proof that we're getting closer to step 2, I don't know what is. Because even people are pointing it out to maybe somebody who's been asleep to it, and even they are seeing it now. So just keep your eyes up in the sky. I mean,
Right.
beautiful time.
It's a beautiful time. Probably the greatest time, actually.
Yeah.
This has been prophesized this time. So this is it. We're here, y'all. This is the time to be alive, to go get your personal experience, because I think they're going to more private citizens than like the governments, you know. So
Oh yeah, definitely.
that seems to be the theme right now.
And then us sharing our story with other people, getting people more comfortable and away from like, the blue beam bullshit narratives, or, just like those fear, like I can't tell you how many people I've heard are saying, oh, it's the government posing as them and that. It's just, no, it's not.
Right. Erica, your mic's muted. Okay, cool.
Oh, I meant to I meant to be muted. I think I ranted enough tonight, y'all.
Oh, I love your rants though.
Your rants are beautiful.
I'm gonna rev back up. You better watch it. I was like, I'm gonna rev right back up. But
I'm ready.
and we're gonna do more to have like the Galactic chicks do their round table and the Galactic dudes do their round table, and want to be able to showcase people's stories, but also their gifts and talents. So if that's something that you want to do, or if you have a story you want to share, maybe you've created your own lessons or PowerPoints, let us know, because this is something we want get this education out. Like Lyndall, he's going to be talking to us about how to heal at home. He's another person who volunteered to actually give his own tips. But you all have all this information, but what good is it if we don't share it, So let's just do that. Let's get together and do that, because it's not all about, I call myself the first lady, but that's for my own purposes, right? For my own self-esteem purposes, because that requires me to think when someone disrespects me, the first lady, would she put up with that? And so that requires me to step up my game on what I will allow and not allow in my life. But the second part of that is that I choose to have a certain role in my community, and I feel you should too. And so as I'm the first lady, you are the first lady. Stephanie is the first lady. Dab is the first gentleman. You know, Revan, he's the first gentleman. And we're all, you know, having a place in our community, and we serve in our community. But there are no peasants in my kingdom. You know, what used to irritate me was the fact that I could call a doctor's office or call someone and there got to be Pastor, Reverend, Doctor, so-and-so. Like, does that make you better than me? You know, because it gets real cliquish and it gets real bullyish and the mean girl thing comes out, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I've had patients before that have been the doctor. But if I call your office, all I know is I'm calling for Bob Jones. I don't know. Well, it's Dr. Bob Jones. Well, he's my patient, so he's not my doctor, right? You might be Pastor, Reverend, so-and-so, but you're not my pastor. And so people get real funny, you know, how they treat other people based on these little titles and stuff like that. People have lots of identity issues because they're Dr. so-and-so, and they think that makes you smart. But, you know, some people got a lot of book smart and a lot of common sense. They don't have that. And there still is a difference between common sense and common knowledge, right? So common knowledge ain't all that great because that's just what the common person has, right? So anyway, my whole thing about calling myself, I think people, they can try to say, oh, the first lady, like, who does she think she is? And it's like, I'm just like you, but I'm just holding on to mine. You know what I'm saying? I'm just requiring people to respect my space. So that's the only difference between me and anybody else. Are you respecting others and respecting, you know, demanding respect? That's the only difference. And that's the thing that I encourage other people to do. Demand respect in your space. Don't let people funk up your spot. You know what I'm saying? Keep on putting them outdoor dogs, put them outside. Don't let them funk up your house and scratch up your furniture and tear up your new couch, you know? So, See, Stephanie, you got me started. So I just got started, you know, get rammed on up. Like,
I love it. Get your motor running, honey. I love it.
Right. No junkyard dogs in the house, you know? So I don't know. Do you all see any questions in the chat? Upper echelon given. Awesome. Fifi is out there. Hey, girl. Hey. And then I see a Zeke 9. Hopefully I said that right.
Somebody asked where's the folder? I'm not sure what that's referencing.
The Galactic sightings folder for the evidence.
Yeah, it's in I think it's in Galactic. Yeah, Galactic sightings.
You probably just searched the line. There's a Galactic sightings folder. It's probably private, but if you go in the chat and search in the bar for Galactic or the word sightings, then you'll probably find it. But we can make sure to repost it. Hey, girl, how you doing?
It's somewhere in the mothership. You might have to walk.
It's on the mothership. It's in the holodeck somewhere.
Yeah.
Just go to the right, go down the hall, turn right, and then make a left and press the elevator button, and you'll find it. Okay.
on deck 2.
It's on deck. Yeah, deck 2.
Second deck. You know, 222 is the number to look for.
Room number 69. I don't know why. That's just how smart in the mouth I am. I'm sorry, y'all.
69.
Oh, shoot. Room number 69.
69, deck 2.
Did someone drop it in the chat already? I'm going to get the link. I think I found it.
Yeah, Terry's on it.
Okay, great. Got the link. Got the hookup. Holla if you hear me. All right. So first you got to be on the ship, and then you can find the room. So
yeah.
Now you could be like me and get lost on the ship and just wander room to room, waving to everybody as you pass by the portholes. Hey,
Where's she going? Where's she
Had to
going right
take
now?
had to take the conscious war back to Dreadnought because the crew is growing.
You got Wonder Woman riding in her invisible plane and she's sitting on the toilet.
Yeah, I see.
You saw that on that cartoon? She was sitting on the toilet, like,
That shit was
like,
ridiculous. But yeah,
Family Guy.
yeah.
They're like, what are you doing, Wonder Woman? I'm taking a. Like,
And where
damn.
do those invisible poops go anyway?
Hey, I don't even
Gotta
still know
go
how
somewhere.
to use the seashells. And Judge, what's that movie where they had the seashells? Demolition Man in the future. Remember that? He used the
yeah, I
bathroom.
remember. Yeah,
This
yeah,
is
I
three
remember that
seashells.
mission,
I don't know how. Well, Alex Collier says that when he was on the ship and they go to the bathroom, he remembered like if you were eating meat or something, it stunk up the whole place. He was just conscious of that. So
Hope we
Yeah,
have
the
like
mission-
an airlock system or like a vacuum system.
Oh yeah, definitely. We got
Staying out.
replicators. They got replicators now. They can get rid of waste easily.
Poopery or something.
They probably could turn it into something else, right? Like your waste turns into Febreze or something, you know?
Look at Erica. She's like a baby.
Oh, pooperize.
Yeah.
Poopery.
You know, somebody already
What's
doing
that
that.
movie? There was a movie called it was Envy, the movie Envy, and he sprayed it and it was poopery. And where does it go? It just disappears. But where does it go? So anyway, I didn't see any questions in the chat, you guys.
Yeah. There's a documentary about that. It's called You Don't Know Shh, and it shows you where your poop goes. You ever seen that?
Oh my God. Oh my gosh.
So interesting. If you want to know where your poop goes, watch that documentary. That's all I'm gonna say.
Everybody cover their topics. Let me see. I
Yeah,
got
we
one
good.
more. I got one more. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. What else going on? Oh yeah, getting on the same page. That's my last topic. So, like I said, the Federation is and the Guardians are not on the same page as Star Seeds, and that's what we're trying to figure out. Why? How? How do we figure this out? They're not talking to us. You know, they talk to some people, but they don't talk to all of us. It's like 200 million star seeds on this planet. So why they're the commander of these star seeds not employing this army? So what we doing down here, we basically, I don't know, we probably be beating them to the fucking finish line by empowering ourselves, because we've been forced to empower ourselves. They literally just try to take us out. So it's like, okay, motherfucker, I'm going to take you out now. Okay. That's what it's a counter offensive now. We're going to take you out now. We're going to empower ourselves. Fuck that worship shit. Fuck, that shit. I don't worship no ETs. I cuss them out every night. Every time I go live, I don't give a fuck who it is. Get this shit done. This is ridiculous. Tired of this. We beat all the enemies that doubted us, that called us widows and all that. We won. This is over. They don't got no fight no more. There is no fight no more. You're wasting your fucking time trying to fight. UFOs are real. Fairies, all that shit is real. Dragons real. All elementals real. Clouds, or as Tina say, crazy clouds.
Those crazy clouds.
Yeah, the crazy cloud. That's real. I mean, shit, we saw an eye with Dab, a fucking eye. I mean, how the fuck you explain that? How the fuck you explain that? And then how you explain these fucking pictures that producing fractal faces that look like creatures that people seen in some of their dreams and some of their encounters, some of their contact? How you explain that shit? It makes so fucking sick. Crazy, crazy, crazy shit is the definition of our daily reality now. Every fucking thing is crazy.
It's gonna get weird.
I don't, like I'm shocked. Elena come out talking about, oh, we in the star system, fifth density. So what the fuck does that mean? Like, I gotta go study the video and look at the actually under Dean Universal Physics and try to put two and two together. So, but we need to get on the same page. We down here, Federation Gardens, we are figuring this shit out. Okay, we are figuring it out. We it's like we don't even need you. You know, it's like, so what are you doing? So why are you not listening to us? You already failed on the last timeline. Can you give us a chance to fucking try to see once you, maybe we should be wise? You may consider us wise because you already failed on the last timeline. That's why your ass came back in time to fix the terrible wrong, like Alice already said. So it's time to work together and get on the same page. Like the conscious war is on the same page. Of course, that's what you need to understand. That's a crew. It's like a ship. Everybody's on the same team. That's why we got motherfuckers out there trying to build up a counteroffensive, trying to destroy the conscious war and say the conscious war is bad because motherfuckers want to sit here and be infiltrators and want to sit here and, you know, call Erica a bitch and all this stuff. No, not gonna be tolerated. Like she said, we family, we fight, but we still love each other, you know, and we fight, but so what? Because we fight to make sure the universe is safe, you know, understand that. Fucking understand that clearly. Fuck all you haters. Fuck all you former members of the conscious war, and you want to go form a fucking war, a battleship to fight us. Come and bring the fight, motherfucker. I like fucking sparring, and if I gotta fight, I'm gonna fuck you up, and that's how it's gonna be. So understand that, and y'all can go have what y'all gonna say.
Peace and love, y'all. Peace and love.
I was gonna say. I was gonna say something different. I didn't know we was gonna do it like that. Anyway.
I'm just done. I'm done. I love you guys. I love you guys.
And 17 again. So they're lying to prove.
I mean, I had a healing today and I was swimming with some fish, but I had big fish energy, but Jermaine got something different. I don't know what you call it.
You got that, that Jedi energy.
I do know what you call it, but you know. Mine is big fish energy, so.
The fish and what
like
you think is not in the same card. It's not.
You say big sword energy.
And it was a swordfish. It was a swordfish in my vision today, too.
That's funny.
It was a swordfish. Wow.
Interesting. Wow. Swordfishes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes a lot of fish tacos.
Yeah.
Comedy. Anyway, you can be spiritual and take jokes. Anyway. Shut up. Anyway. You can see somebody forming their lips to complain. I don't. Shut up. But no, you can say it. You can say all that anyway and still be good. But I'm not, we're just going to engage and keep moving forward with building blocks. And I think people have to just learn and judge for themselves. If you want to be in a divisive energy where people are like tearing people down, when you see people trying to do positive things and you're seeing people want to tear that down, you just got to take a look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Take a look at that. So mom's done. Big Red's done.
Big Red's done?
Big Red's done.
Ding, ding.
Dad, are you done?
I'm good. I love you guys. Mercury Retrograde's over. So go ahead and kiss your girlfriend, kiss your boyfriend. Tell them you love them. They won't think you're a crazy person.
Spread
there's no disconnect. Spread the
Take-
love.
Take
You can travel
advantage
now.
of
It's
the
all good.
opportunity.
Right.
Take advantage of the opportunity that
You want to talk to that girl?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You want to talk to that new girl? You go and talk to her now.
Communication, yes. Enjoy good communication.
So
Enjoy
that's
good-
all I got to say.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say today.
Yeah. So you all have a good night.
You have a great
Good
night.
night, y'all.
You have a great night, y'all. I love all you guys, even y'all in YouTube world. I love you guys too.
Dream of a life in the Galactic Federation of Worlds.
Manifest it. Work with the morphinogenic field to make it happen.
Share, like, and subscribe.
Okay, so
Yeah,
do
that's-
that, all of that, and stop playing around in the goddamn Astro doing silly shit. Okay, yeah. Have a great night. We love you, and we'll see you later. Signing out.
Bye.